I played Odd-Dorable, an open-world free-roam game where you have to get these 6 candies for this princess. And the reason for such a silly little concept is because the game is drawn, voiced, and I had to imagine somewhat designed by a 4-year-old girl, the daughter of the main programmer and game dev, which makes for an interesting experience, let's say. Obviously, the main thing that sticks out right away is just the aesthetic of the game. With all of this stuff created by a literal child, I've never truly seen a game quite like it before. And at first, it really does have a sense of charm to it. Personally, this charm did get eroded away with time, as there isn't a whole lot going on. When stuff would actually happen in the game, there was still a bit of charm that, held me along, but the game at times does get a bit boring. Even though I only spent less than an hour on it, and you can spend even just half an hour on the experience, I felt like there were long stretches where I was just wandering around looking for the next candy, which there's not really much idea on what you're supposed to do. You just kind of wander around blindly, clicking on random things, and then suddenly, oh, that's the thing I had to click on to get the next candy. Okay. It feels a bit obtuse in its design. The game is also prone to glitches as well. I found that later in the game, the controls just randomly switched on me, leading to this weird situation where I could kind of walk slowly forwards and backwards if I used the side keys, but then I could move sideways at a normal speed if I used forward and back. I do think the game is cute, and there truly is no game I've ever seen quite like this before. While that carries the game to some extent, the actual gameplay side of it is just a little bit too uninteresting for me. The fact that I was getting bored with less than an hour of gameplay really doesn't speak well to it. And given that the game itself purports that it only takes about half an hour to an hour to finish, and it's asking for about $5 or £4.29, I really can't recommend this. I feel mean. I mean, it's literally made by a child, but I've seen stuff that was basically made by children with the help of professionals that I had more enjoyment with. I think back to that Dexter's Lab episode where the story was told by a kid and they just rolled with it. And I don't know, I felt like this just wasn't very fun. As cute as it is, as much as I think it's charming in its own little ways, I didn't have fun with it, and I just can't recommend that you try it out. Odd-Dorable is certainly an odd choice for your Steam library.